just got to get to Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda in Greenville, online at gatewaydeal.com.
Welcome to this special edition of Your High School Sports, coming to you today from Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda. We've moved on the outside, guys. It's football season, so we should be hot like the players are, right?
Yeah, showing some legs here. Yeah.
Showing some legs, but it should be hot. You know, the players been going at this thing for quite some time. 7-on-7. They've had a few scrimmages, and it's been hot.
Oh yeah.
So we should be hot too, right? I see the sweat. But, guys, we're here today to special edition to talk about our schedule, our 2016 schedule, where we're going to be at, and the big games that we're going to be covering this 2016 season. We're going to kick things off, and we're going to talk a little bit about the game, and we'll talk about who's in the game. The first one, we will be to be determined. We know a few couple places that would like to have us, but the highest bidder wins. So it's like this. It's a classic at Morristown. It is Morristown West versus Catholic and Morristown East versus Fulton. Guys, weigh in on that a little bit.
I can't wait for some of those games. I mean, I think it's so good that we get to see some of that top teams, and they're the very first of the season in that classic. And that classic brings a lot of the best teams to Morristown too, which is where I'm from. And it's a really great setting to come and bring those teams in and see Morristown West play a Fulton, and then East playing, or Morristown West playing Catholic, and then Fulton playing East. But I think that's going to be a good setup for the end of the season too, when you see Morristown West play Catholic. Catholic, in our top 10 we released last week, number one. So Morristown West, and they're about 6th or 7th in some people's books, and high as 5th in some of my books. So I think that's going to be really exciting to see that game kind of turn out, and it should be a great turnout for some great high school football.
I tell you what, I'm excited about this one. Last year the tables were flip-flop. Fulton had a battle with Morristown West. Thought they were going to come in and just take over, and that's when we saw West grow up fast, and I knew that was going to be a championship-type team. Well, anyway, we're flipping it this year. This year we got Morristown West playing Catholic, where Catholic played East last year. So let's first talk about East and Fulton. Yes. This is going to be definitely a test for East. East is in a rebuilding period, but they have a key quarterback. He's coming back. He's got some experience, so he may be able to utilize that and hit some targets and shock a little of what Fulton's going to bring, because we know what they're going to bring. Speed. So East better be ready. But let's talk about the game Chris just mentioned. West versus Catholic. Yes. We have Catholic, rated number 1. We have West there in the top 5, 6, so this is going to set the tone real fast to determine who's going to come out king early. It's not going to really determine where they may finish, because we saw what Catholic did last year. Had a couple of oops, 2 or 3 oops, but made up for it when it counted. So I'm really excited about it.
But I can't wait. Morristown West defense stand up to Catholic's offense.
Amari Rogers.
That's what we're wanting to see.
Amari Rogers. That's where it comes. Amari Rogers.
Yeah.
Pretty much what we're saying. Can they stop Amari Rogers?
I don't know. We'll see.
All right, we move on. That will be August 16th. The game will be on that Saturday on August the 20th. The next game is a big game in this area, the Tri-Cities area. Elizabethton will host Science Hill Hilltoppers. We talked to Coach Witten. They went down in the spring and scrimmaged Alcoa and really put it to Alcoa. He said his strength is his offensive line. So what about Science Hill?
Actually, his strength is defensive line. These guys are incredible. They're large, they're big. He said they're probably the biggest in about a decade. So what a way to start off a season and challenge your players early is go in the spring, which he did. He challenged Alcoa.
Yes, he did.
And I heard it was a battle. It was a tug-of-war battle there. So what I'm going to see out of this, we know what Science Hill's going to bring. They just reload.
That's like Alabama.
Elizabeth, they're not reloading, but they're returning a lot of key players. With all that being said, like I said, it doesn't matter. You throw out all that out, because this is a battle between 2 teams that are neighbors. I mean, this is a rival that goes way back. But what I got to say about this is because Not just because I'm from Elizabeth, but Elizabeth has been whooped too long by Science Hill. We've cut it too close. So this year is the year we're playing Science Hill the first time in the stadium.
Right.
I feel that Elizabeth is going to give them something.
Now, we will be at Mullins Auto Dealership.
Yes.
Mullins Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. You can come out. We will be there on August 22nd. That is a Monday. So come on out, support us. We'll be there doing our show live to tape, so you can be a part of the audience. We have a lot of things going on, a lot of fun. So make sure you come on out there. Now, our third game, August 29th, that is going to be a game I really think will set the tone in Knoxville. That is Bearden versus Hardin Valley.
You obviously got Hardin Valley, one of the top teams in Tennessee that you have. I really think that Hardin Valley is one of those teams that reloads year after year after year. We talk about this a lot during football season. Some teams have the athletes and some teams have the players. They have both.
Yes, they do.
And you have high-powered offensive. You got the big defensive linemen. You got the running backs. You have, quarterbacks that can actually throw the ball down the field, and real highlight players, that we kind of get into when we come and go out and from our schools that we follow too. But I think it's going to be a great game, and I think Hardin Valley's got a great season ahead of them. But on the other side, on Braden, I don't know a ton about them, but at the same time, it's the same kind of team in Tennessee that we know about. But I'm really excited to see Hardin Valley.
That should be a good game. And then we go into the studio for our first off week. Well, that will be September 4th because Labor Day. Tennessee will be playing on September 1.
Yep.
So we're going to take a break, and we'll be back in the studio. So we won't have a game that week. We'll just be talking about all the big games in East Tennessee that week.
I got a question, though.
Yeah.
When we go back home, are we getting home cooking?
We get home cooking when we go home. We get home cooking when we go home. So you make sure you stay right here. When we come back, we're going to set our next 4 games, and we'll tell you where we're going to be at, and we'd like to invite you to come on out and be with us. So for your high school sports, right here from Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda in Greenville. We'll be right back.
From the Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda deal desk, I'm Lenny Lawson.
And I'm Abby Lawson with more great reasons you've just got to get to Gateway.
15 Ford Edge, 24.9 or just $299 a month. 16 Ford F-150, 22.9 or just $289 a month. Only at Gateway in Greenville.
The revolutionary safety of the Michelin Premier family of tires is now available for more cars, trucks, minivans, and SUVs. So whatever you drive, you can take on wet or slippery roads with confidence mile after mile. Double D Tire can help you take changing weather in stride and save. Double D Tire has been family owned and operated since 1981. Owners Tommy and Flint Carter specialize in tires, alignments, brakes, suspension repairing, and custom wheels. Double D Tire would like to thank all their customers and look forward to serving you in the future.
Just look at all those freshly made Krispy Kreme donuts. I'm sure it makes you want one or a dozen right now. So come visit our locally owned and operated Krispy Kreme donuts in Pigeon Forge. Our Krispy Kreme donuts are made fresh daily, our service is fast and friendly, and the taste will put a smile on anyone's face. Krispy Kreme is a fundraising favorite, so call us today to help support your school or community fundraising efforts. Our delivery truck is there when you need us. Krispy Kreme Donuts on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge.
Hi, I'm Molly Box, and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. When I grow up, I want to be an actress, a singer, and a designer. I want to be an actress because I know a lot of different voices like, hello, I'm from Great Britain, or, hi, I'm from Alabama. But I don't want to bore you with all those, and I just want to remind you that you're watching your high school sports.
Get the right services you need from a name you can trust at Crescent Center Drugs. Whether it's hormone replacement therapy or if you need to update your immunizations for flu, pneumonia, or shingles, Crescent Center Drugs has a professional and friendly staff always ready to take care of you. That's why for many years, Crescent Center Drugs has been your good neighbor pharmacy. Right now, getting your medicine is fast and easy when you sign up for the IVR system. It's simple. Once your prescription is filled, your box is scanned, and you instantly receive a phone call or text for pickup. Visit Crescent Center Drugs inside the Crescent Shopping Center.
Volunteer Chevrolet is your friendly hometown dealership, proudly serving the region for over 20 years. At Volunteer Chevrolet, you'll get great offers on select new vehicles, from Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs. So come see the new look at Volunteer Chevrolet and take advantage of their great deals. Volunteer Chevrolet is still easy to find on 400 Winfield Dunn Parkway, Sevierville. Volunteer Chevrolet is a proud sponsor of YourHighSchoolSports.com, Sevier County.
Welcome back to Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda, home of the lifetime warranty, and you're watching your high school sports, and we're having a special edition show today, and it's all about schedules. It's all about our schedule, where we'll be at during the fall. You can come on out and catch our show and be a part of what we do, and it's the biggest games we think from your high school sports in East Tennessee that we can cover. Now, guys, we jumping into the beef of our schedule. All right, September 12th, we've got a special treat for you. We're going to go down to Maryville. It's Maryville Science Hill Week. We're going to go down and visit with George. We're going to see some of his gold balls. We're going to see some of his banners. And then we're going to talk to Coach Carter, because that should be a good game. What do you think, Chris? Good game. Either one of you. Either one of you.
Well, I mean, I'm excited about that one. I mean, I've been talking about all year about Maryville maybe having a down year. I'm not sure I hear this right. When I say Maryville having a down year, I mean maybe a loss or two. You know, so that's what I mean. So I'll be excited to go there and see that game. I mean, honestly, that'll set the tone for kind of what you're going to see out of Maryville, what you're going to see out of, you know, a Science Hill like that. I think that there's going to be one of the prime games of the season, and I definitely think you're going to see two obviously great coaches, two great quarterbacks, and I really think that Maryville maybe will shut me up. Maybe we'll show you what I'm talking about. So I'll be excited to go down there and check them out. So.
Well, you mentioned the thing about great quarterbacks. Hopefully, we're going to have a great quarterback discovered when Maryville and Science Hill play, because that's about, week 4 or 5. Yeah. And I believe by that point, Science Hill is going to probably determine who that leader is going to be, because they're going to definitely need leadership, because you're going down to Maryville. And when you see all those banners around you, and you see the gold balls and the atmosphere and the crowd and the colors and the stadium, you're kind of a little shock and awe that you got to be able to overcome that, and you got to be able to take a team in there that's mentally prepared and ready to challenge and take down Goliath.
All right.
And the way you explain that atmosphere is why we're going.
That's why we're going. That's why we're going. And then we'll be back here at Gateway that evening, because there's a big game here in Greene County, North Greene versus West Greene, and we'll be right here at Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda. So come on out, support both North Greene and West Greene. We'll have, the coaches here, some players here. Come on out and support them. That should be a good game. Always, you got 4 schools here.
Anytime you have the county rivalry,
yes,
you can throw records out. Just throw them out the window, because this is bragging rights.
Yeah, it
We're
is.
in Greene County. There's a lot of Greene Counties here. This is bragging rights. So, hey, come out and support. I want the fans to come out. We want to have a challenge. How many more fans?
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
We got West Greene fans
and North Greene fans.
So we want to see which one's going to come out more. We may even invite some of the bands. We used to have the bands come out.
We need to do something. We'll get it.
Who's the best Greene County team? That's what I want to know.
I'm not gonna go there right now.
We're going to let it
be determined. All right, then we got a big game, guys. I know this game. You marked it, and I marked all 3 of us. It's Sevier County versus Oak Ridge. We'll be at Krispy Kreme Donuts up there on the Parkway in Sevierville, in Pigeon Forge. I'm sorry, but right there, Chris has got some ideas about eating some donuts. But that should be a huge game. Sevier County coming off a great season last year, lost a lot of players, but they should be a decent Sevier County team. But then you got Oak Ridge and you got T. Higgins committing to Clemson, but that's not all Oak Ridge has.
No. Oak Ridge is a team just like you can't quite put them on the scale of Maryville, but they're a team that always are going to have talent. They're like the Science Hills, like a lot of these teams that are, have talent that just keep coming back. So you just said T. Higgins there and what he has around him. Hey, we're in for some fun that day, baby.
Yeah, and we also don't know what Sevier County is going to bring. I mean, if Sevier County comes to the table, they might come in there undefeated going against Oak Ridge team. Oak Ridge team could come in undefeated.
Yes, they could.
Then you get to see T. Higgins. There's going to be a lot of hype around that game as the season builds on, and I'm excited to see T out there playing against Sevier County, just somewhere where we really know a lot of.
You going to eat some donuts?
I'm going to eat some donuts out there. Don't need any donuts.
Krispy Kreme. Now, the big game back September 26th will be at Good Old Days in Morristown. New restaurant out there on the west end of Morristown. I know you've been there a couple times.
Yeah, it's a great atmosphere. I mean, they got an outside eating there. I mean, you can eat outside, you can eat inside. Obviously, they have a full bar, full food. I mean, it's just that's nice. It's all about sports inside there. But the most important thing is we're playing one of the biggest games that I personally marked number 1 on my schedule. So that's Morristown East versus Morristown West.
Yes, it is.
Hometown rivalry. Obviously, Morristown West is going to have a powerhouse season, but you never know. This game is something just like Chris said a minute ago. On this day here, you throw everything out. I mean, you literally sit at home, and when you're a kid in elementary school and you think about playing the Morristown East, Morristown West game, and some kids just play differently on those nights, good or bad. And then they might never play that way again, ever again. But those are nights you come out to see, and I hope everybody comes out to Good Old Days and sees us that Monday before, have the coaches, the players there, some special interviews. Definitely want to talk to you guys and see what you all think about who's going to win that Morristown East, Morristown West game and go from there. So.
And then the next week we'll be back here at Gateway because Greenville Green Devils will be in the house, and they take on Sullivan South, which will be a great game. Greenville, I look for Coach Kane Ballard's team to be a notch above they were last year. They had a freshman quarterback last year, Coach Ballard's son, but a sophomore this year. They got a lot of returning players, and, you know, that 8th grade team that's coming in there, I think Greenville will be one of the teams to beat.
Greenville's definitely going to be one of the teams to beat. I'm going to tell you why. That sophomore class right now is a tough class. There's a lot of talent that's coming up as well that's already there. Sullivan South on the other side, they've been a beast for the last few years, but kind of dipped a little last year, and they're kind of rebuilding. So we can't really tell at this point because now we've crossed the line to where we're, of course, predicting, but we don't know where they're going to be at that point. But if it gets a little lopsided at this point, I think Greenville's going to have a little fun that game. So we're going to have to see what South's going to do coming into that game.
But Greenville on that quarterback thing there,
1
year under his belt, starting as a freshman, all that's off to the side now. He's the starter. He's in the game. There's no more question about who it is. It's going to be exciting to see what Greenville can do.
All right, folks. Stay right here on Your High School Sports. We'll be right back, and we'll give the last 3 games, and then we'll talk a little bit about the playoffs. I know these guys don't want to, but we'll talk about them a little bit. So make sure you stay right here on Your High School Sports, powered by Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda, home of the lifetime warranty.
From the Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda deal desk, I'm Lenny Lawson.
And I'm Abby Lawson with more great reasons you've just got to get to Gateway.
16 Ford Focus SC, $5,000 off for $169 a month. Ford Fusion SC, $19,900 or just $239 a month. Only at Gateway in Greenville.
Just look at all those freshly made Krispy Kreme donuts. I'm sure it makes you want one or a dozen right now. So come visit our locally owned and operated Krispy Kreme donuts in Pigeon Forge. Our Krispy Kreme donuts are made fresh daily, our service is fast and friendly, and the taste will put a smile on anyone's face. Krispy Kreme is a fundraising favorite, so call us today to help support your school or community fundraising efforts. Our delivery truck is there when you need us. Krispy Kreme Donuts on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge.
We are Georgia Excel, and you're watching Your High School Sports. Dab on them.
The revolutionary safety of the Michelin Premier family of tires is now available for more cars, trucks, minivans, and SUVs. So whatever you drive, you can take on wet or slippery roads with confidence mile after mile. Double D Tire can help you take changing weather in stride and save. Double D Tire has been family owned and operated since 1981. Owners Tommy and Flint Carter specialize in tires, alignments, brakes, suspension repairing, and custom wheels. Double D Tire would like to thank all their customers and look forward to serving you in the future.
Get the right services you need from a name you can trust at Crescent Center Drugs. Whether it's hormone replacement therapy or if you need to update your immunizations for flu, pneumonia, or shingles, Crescent Center Drugs has a professional and friendly staff, always ready to take care of you. That's why for many years, Crescent Center Drugs has been your good neighbor pharmacy. Right now, getting your medicine is fast and easy when you sign up for the IVR system. It's simple. Once your prescription is filled, your box is scanned, and you instantly receive a phone call or text for pickup. Visit Crescent Center Drugs inside the Crescent Shopping Center.
Volunteer Chevrolet is your friendly hometown dealership, proudly serving the region for over 20 years. At Volunteer Chevrolet, you'll get great offers on select new vehicles, from Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs. So come see the new look at Volunteer Chevrolet and take advantage of their great deals. Volunteer Chevrolet is still easy to find on 400 Winfield Dunn Parkway, Sevierville. Volunteer Chevrolet is a proud sponsor of YourHighSchoolSports.com, Sevier County.
Welcome back to this special edition of Your High School Sports, coming to you today from Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda, home of the lifetime warranty, guys. You got that lifetime warranty, don't you?
I do have the lifetime warranty, and I wouldn't go anywhere else to get a car. If you need anything, go out and see Kevin.
You know, real quick, Bart mentioned something earlier. He said, how can you beat that?
That's what he said. Lifetime warranty.
He said it's a done deal.
So you come on by.
Gateway.
Come on by Gateway and let Kevin put you in Ford, Lincoln, or Mazda. All right, guys, we're down to the last 3 regular season games, and we'll be back here on October 10th right here at Gateway for the Greene County Schools night. We'll have West Greene, North Greene, South Greene, Greenville, and Chucky Doak will all be in the house right here. And then something special we're going to be doing.
What?
We're going to be expanding over into Western Carolina. There's a game over there that I heard. Some people told me, that's why we're going to check it out. Okay. It's Tuscola and Pisgah. If you've ever heard of those 2 schools, Tuscola is in Waynesville and Pisgah is in Canton. But some people told me about this game is when you get out of school, kids, you go straight to the stadium.
Yeah.
It's that kind of game. Whoa. It's that kind of rivalry.
So tailgating starts immediately.
Right after school's out. There is standing room only. One of the VFL played in this game. Jonathan Crompton played in this game. He played for Tuscola, and I think that'll be a game that we can say we covered because it's actually an ESPN rivalry game.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Wow.
So it's got to be big.
Yeah, it's real big. And I believe Elizabeth a few years played Tuscola. So we've got a little taste of them. So it'll be exciting to get into Western Carolina football.
Yes,
see how it matches up against East Tennessee.
All right. Then we move on to October 17th. We'll be at Volunteer Chevrolet in Sevierville for the big matchup against Sevier County versus Morristown West.
Yeah.
You hit on something right there just a second ago about this game.
We go back to last year's season when Sevier County first beat Morristown West in the regular season, but then Morristown West came back and got to play Sevier County at Sevier County in the playoffs, and we all kind of sat here and thought that Morristown West had a game plan to come back on their defensive side of the ball and really stop Sevier County, but unfortunately Sevier County went ahead and beat Morristown West. So there's a lot of probably pride going into this game because Morristown West lost a lot after that Sevier County loss. So now they're coming back home. Sevier County's coming to Morristown West. I think it's going to be an exciting game. Plus, Sevier County's lost a little bit, but still gaining some people back. Morristown West reloaded on defense. Going to see what they have on offense with the quarterback. They have Blevins at running back. I think we're going to have a big game up there at the Morristown West High School. There.
Who you got? Just go ahead and call it.
I'm taking Morristown West.
All right. I'm going to hold mine. I'm going to hold my pick. All right, October 24th, the last regular season game of the season, of the 2016 season, and we will be at Grindstaff Kia in Johnson City. A great place to go for the big game. In
East Tennessee, there is no bigger game than Elizabeth. No, not that one. You thought there's one even bigger, guys. When Science Hill actually plays Dobbins Bennett, this is a rivalry that goes way back to, and this gets nasty. Let me tell you something. A few years ago, Science Hill had not beat Dobbins Bennett, I think, since I was in high school. But all that changed a few years ago. Like I said, we've seen the tables turn. Science Hill's producing more or better teams that are now very competitive. And now the tables are turned to where it's been a few years since Dobbins Bennett has taken it to Science Hill. So I'm excited about this year because we've kind of balanced it back out to where this thing could go either way. But I'm not going to tell you. I was getting to, but I'm not going to tell you.
Get away.
What's the estimate? Which way you leaning?
This way. Who's that way?
Who's that way? I'm going to hold mine too because I want to see how Dobbins Bennett overcomes last year. And then that game is like you throw everything out the window.
It all out
and
because who knows what that game's worth though at the end of the year.
There you go. It could maybe more to play for. So I think that's our schedule. You'll be able to go to our website, yourhighschoolsports.com, and see the finals. We'll have all the schools and all the places we're going to be at for 2016. And then, guys, it's playoff time. Playoff time. I know y'all don't like to talk about playoff.
One more thing while we're out there. When we come out to these events, you guys are welcome to come to us, talk to us. We're going to be out there with you. We appreciate all the support you give us from this past season. It's only getting bigger, but when you come out to these events, we'll be talking to you, talking football. We want to hear what you think about these games, maybe even possibly even put you on the air and follow our website.
Real quick, Chris, in the past, who's been the biggest or where do we have the best crowd support? And maybe that could be the challenge that people can beat. Where do you think?
Well, we had a pretty good there at Mullins there. Mullins are pretty good. I think Good Old Days could top it if we can get the Morristown West crew up there. So we'll see what we can do, possibly. But, it'd be hard.
I'm pushing for Krispy Kreme.
Oh, that could be a good one.
Sevier County versus T. Higgins in Oak Ridge. We'll have donuts out there.
Well,
we got a
players,
lot.
coaches, you can meet them too.
A lot of different things. I'm gonna say Krispy Kreme. I'm gonna push that.
You gonna push?
I'm gonna push for
the
that.
biggest one
I'm gonna
this year?
push for that. I'm gonna push for it.
I may be the biggest one.
You know, guys, it's always, we've been at this quite some time, going into our 5th year at your high school sports, and I think right now we talk about this off camera and we talk about it on camera, but I can't wait to see some of those young players, like that Keyshawn Hurst kid up at Cott County.
Right.
There's a lot of kids coming that have to come up. Greenville. Coach Ballard's son, you got that sophomore class at Greenville.
Well, even some of these kids that we've watched maybe not even play as much, and now some of these kids that went ahead and graduated, they've been riding on the bench a little bit, but right there, it's their turn to shine. And they might be a junior or a senior, and this is their year, and we're going to see some of these names we've not heard of, and that is exciting. I'm really excited.
And what on top of that, the excitement with that is when they branch out, these kids have that potential to where they're the ones to be looked at by these bigger schools, for example, like a UT or Wake Forest or some of these
Timing's
bigger
everything.
Yeah,
Timing's everything.
So it's exciting to know who that next superstar could be.
You got it.
They got to start somewhere.
They got to start somewhere. So make sure, go to yourhighschoolsports.com and see all the full schedule of the games and the places that we will be at here in 2016. For Chris Reddick and for Chris Blevins, I'm Roddy Woods, and we'll see you right here next week on yourhighschoolsports.com.
Yeah. Prettiest legs, throw them out there. Throw them out there.
I'm not even going to throw mine out there.
I think it's about definition, though. It's not about look.
You've just got to get to Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda in Greenville, online at gatewaydeal.com.
From the Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda Deal Desk, I'm Lenny Lawson.
And I'm Abby Lawson with more great reasons you've just got to get to Gateway.
16 Mazda 6, just $21,600 or $239 a month. 16 Mazda 3, just $17,900 or $199 a month. Only a Gateway in Greenville. From the Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda Deal Desk, I'm Lenny Lawson.
And I'm Abby Lawson with more great reasons you've just got to get to Gateway.
15 Ford Edge, $24,900 or just $299 a month. 16 Ford F-150, $22,900 or just $289 a month. Only at Gateway in Greenville.